Pennsylvania has a proud history of medical research and innovation. From Dr. Salk, who famously made not 1 cent from the successful development of the polio vaccine, to Dr. Benjamin Rush, right here behind me in the apotheosis, who established the nation's first free medical clinic in Pennsylvania at the Pennsylvania Hospital, was a member of the Continental Congress and a signer of the Declaration of Independence. Yes, Pennsylvania has a proud history and has been on the forefront of pushing back the boundaries of scientific knowledge. And that, Madam Speaker, is why I attached a dollar-for-dollar replacement to the fiscal year 2025 cut to cancer research funding from the federal government to our General Appropriations Act with this amendment. Now, we in this body have the ability to act. We have choices in front of us on how we allocate and be good stewards of the taxpayer dollar. We can take action and change the way that countless individuals in this Commonwealth and beyond our borders suffer from cancer. We can make ending the suffering of our neighbors and their families a priority in our Commonwealth. Right now, in this fiscal year, according to the most recent IFO revenue update, our Commonwealth revenues are 1.5% ahead of estimated collections, adding up to over $500 million in excess. And that is not a commentary on the state of any rainy day fund or the previous year's Commonwealth budget, but it is simply a report from our current fiscal year in the Independent Fiscal Office. We can afford to do this, not by raiding a special fund, not with new revenues, and not from drawing down on our rainy day fund. No, we can do this without doing any of those actions. We can afford it and still make additional investments in transportation, education, and the many other priorities that we all share here. And as I conclude my remarks and withdraw this amendment, I want to leave my colleagues with one additional point. In the wake of the most recent federal elections, we find ourselves at a moment of shifting political philosophy. It has long been the objective of some to reshape the relationship between the federal government and the states. Many of those ideas have been written down and are now being implemented through cuts, like this cancer research funding cut. And let me be clear, this is not hypothetical. We have before us today an amendment to replace a federal funding cut that was cut by a vote of the Congress and signed by the President. The federal courts have taken many issues in recent years and sent them back to the states, or walked back federal primacy. There is discussion of the closure of federal agencies, leaving a void in a variety of policy areas. So if we are entering an era where Washington steps back and suggests that the states step up, then we are all going to have some very serious conversations about the price tag for that realignment.